What's up, Amazon sellers? This is SAS, and this is one of the tools that makes my sourcing so much easier on my Amazon business. And if you want to know how to use it, stay tuned. I'm going to explain all in this guide today. Okay, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. And in the past, just even this year to date in the UK, we've already broken the £1 million mark in the last 9 months. Now, enough about me. What I will say is today, what are we going to go through? Well, look, first things first, number one, I'm going to go through what is SAS. Number two, I'm going to go through how to actually install SAS, and I'll give you a live screen share about that. Number three, I'm going to talk about how to actually set up SAS, and I'll show you that on the screen share. And then number four, I'm going to go through all the different parts of SAS and talk that through. And then number five, I will actually go through some live sourcing and demonstration of how to actually use it in action. Now, let's get started. So first things first, SAS, or Seller Analysis Simplified, is an arbitrage tool that you can use to calculate your profitability around specific products when looking for products to sell. Quite simply, it's a deal analysis calculator that allows you to analyze products while you're sourcing, i.e. how much profit you're going to be making, the ROI, can I actually sell it, is it hazmat, and how likely am I to get it versus the competition on the buy box, and etc., and even the historical information with their keeper light charts. Now, SAS has 3 sections to it. One is the Chrome extension that you can use on your web browser. The other one is a mobile application that you can take out on the road by using through your mobile phone. And then finally, the last one is a web application that you can just use anywhere, maybe even like on an iPad if you want to, for example, when you're at home. Now, it's got 2 pricing options which you can pay for in 2 ways, such as monthly or yearly. Now look, SAS is designed for third-party sellers who are selling on the Amazon marketplace. Now, it could be any of the Amazon different marketplaces, and is available into pretty much, I think, all of the locations that sell on Amazon right now. Now, for me, I use SAS, and predominantly a lot of people I know as well use it for, what should we say, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, but you can also use it for an element of private label if you're looking at maybe a competitor's products. Now, for, should we say, Amazon retail arbitrage sellers who like to go out, into the streets or into the stores and scanning items, using their mobile application is going to be a great way that works and allows you to understand. Now, I'm not going to give you a full rundown of the mobile app today, but I do know from experience and seeing it, not only does it tell you about all the products and what's going on and the history of them over time, does the profit calculations. The other good thing is it also saves the locations that you were physically at when you scan the product. So if you find a product you like, it'll save it onto a map, which I think is absolutely game-changing for the arbitrage sellers when they're going out to stores, because you can find out not only what the buy price was, but which physical store you bought it at. So do check out the mobile app. I think it's absolutely amazing. Now, for wholesale and online arbitrage sellers, the Chrome extension is really the go-to, and that's what I use on sourcing. Now, in my Amazon business, the Chrome extension is pretty much what I use, and also my team as well, to help us do the analysis with not only eligibility to sell, profit and loss, but also competitive stock, and just also seeing those keeper light charts. They're really, really helpful. Okay, so quick question for you guys. Are you currently using SAS, or are you thinking about using SAS? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm interested to know how many of my current viewers are using this tool. I certainly use it in my business, but I'm interested to know how many of you use it as well. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so this leads me nicely on to how to install SAS. Well, look, since I'm using the SAS Chrome extension in my Amazon business, I'm going to demonstrate now how you can actually use this in your business for online arbitrage. And to do that, obviously, I'm going to need to have it installed. So I have just uninstalled it, and we're going to now reinstall it back on my computer and show you how easy this is as well. So let's jump on the computer now and actually show you the process, and obviously show you how simple this is to get going. So first things first, what you want to do is make sure you get to the SAS page. And what I will say is I do have an affiliate link, which is actually going to give you a free trial. Have a look down below. It's just going to help you out. So check out that affiliate link down below. Obviously, it's going to give you some extras as well. Now, obviously, they do have 2 options, getting started and getting serious. I'd really recommend the getting serious. The price you're paying is next to nothing. and it's just going to give you unlimited scans per month. That's the big thing you're looking at. 1,000 scans. I think we can do that in a day. So if you're doing some pretty hardcore sourcing, you want to make this a good business, that getting serious package is the one you want. Now, obviously go through sign up, and obviously I've already done that. But once you finish the sign up process, you are going to get an email which is just like this. Now, this is the email I got from Selleramp, and this was, quite recently, actually, a couple of months ago when I signed up for my USA business. And very, very simple. It says create an account right here. So you've got to go through that sign up, creating that account. Make sure you do that, super important. And that's just about having an account with their online platform. And then once you're ready, you can click here and go to the Chrome extension. So click on that now and go to that Chrome extension. Now, once we're in the Chrome extension, just come over and click Add to Chrome. That's going to be great. And then click Add Extension. So that's just going to get it installed. Give it a moment. It will literally just add. You can see here, well, it's now been added to the extension. So that's fantastic. Now, what I'm looking to do is, what I'll probably do is come over to an Amazon web page. Okay, so now that the Chrome extension is installed, and you did see that just up here, and I've got that there, Selleramp SAS, that is now installed. So what we're gonna do now is move on to setting up the account. So first things first, what we wanna do is obviously jump back on the computer and get that account set up with SAS. So now let's go to my account on Selleramp and just make sure we're putting in the right details. And this is important because this is going to affect your calculation. Don't jump into sourcing straight away. Make sure you set it up correctly. Okay, so I'm just going to jump back to this welcome email. And obviously you should have got to the account already after sign up, but I'm just going to come back down here to access bookmarks and the SAS amp. So I'm going to click down here, SAS.Selleramp. And I'm going to load up that. So right here, you're just going to come into the search bar, the search option. I'm going to come up here to my account and I'm going to go settings. Okay, now that we're in the My Account, so I'm going to blur a couple of bits of information, but a couple of things you want to think about is if you are like in the UK or the EU, you can obviously VAT is going to be applicable, but for us in the US, it's not applicable at all. Make sure you put in your buying criteria. That's just going to help give the visual indications around like, is this a good deal or a bad deal? We use that all the time. So for us, like right now, we've done like $2 profit and minimum ROI 20%. Now, additional costs, put in things like your prep fees. That's going to be so important because they are just the additional costs that you're going to incur when you're obviously buying these products. So put that in. Now, we've got other options like local fulfillment, and you can kind of go through them, but set them up as you want. That's going to really help. Now, the other one here is they've got lots of panels on the actual SAS application. There's lots of like panels that you can view all the various information. For me, a lot of them I will kind of like hide because I just don't need them. And also as well, what you can do is you can move these around. So you can like reorder those panels in the way that works for you, i.e. like you're buying your process that you really prefer. So for me, I really like having the quick info at the top and then the alerts, then the offers, and then my Google Sheet, ranks, prices, charts, and that's it. And pretty much down here, everything else I'm not really too interested in. So I have them all kind of like hidden away. So, but for you, if you're just using SAS on its own, one thing I'd really recommend turning on is like the keeper like graphs. So once you've got this all set up and how you want it to do, make sure you do hit the save button down below. Super important. Do not want to be losing that thing, but just get this set up. And also remember, you can come back in and change it as well. Okay, so now that we've got SAS set up, what I'm going to do now is actually jump into the actual application as it is on Amazon and give you a tour through all the different parts. So let's move on to chapter number 4. What are the parts of SAS? Let's jump in now. Okay, so what we're looking to do first things first is we're just going to go to, should we say, a Amazon product, and I'll just kind of find one perhaps. We'll go to Amazon.com. Okay, so now we're into Amazon, and what we've just done is gone into a product itself, and what you're going to see is SAS is actually going to load up onto the screen itself. So what I will say is that right now we're going to give this demonstration just for the SAS Chrome extension. So just be mindful of that, but remember there obviously are the web app itself and also the mobile app. So we won't go through them, this is just the Chrome extension part. Now, what I'll do is I'll talk you through everything and how to operate it. So let's come back to the screen and show you that. So one thing which I really like to do, and for me when I'm using any of these tools is, and the one thing I really like about SAS is just that you can move it. You can make it flexible in the page itself, or you can move it around. So I'm just going to set it up how I like it. So down the bottom, we've got these little options here. And now I'm going to move it over to the left-hand side. I'm going to let it take over the left-hand side of my screen. That just makes it really clear for me to understand what's going on. Now, let's kind of come back in and talk you through. So first things first, and remember, this is set up the way that I like it. You can set it up how you like in the different panels. This is like one panel up here. This is the quick view guide or quick info we got at the top. Then we've got the alerts one. So something really useful to know. So this is just the product that I've looked at. So first things first, it has eligibility to sell. Now, right now, I'm not logged into my Amazon Seller Central account, but if you were, you'd see that that would go green and or red if you can't sell it. Now you've got alerts here, so Amazon share the buy box is saying unknown. Why are we doing a really good thing? Cool, let's go. So now we've got some alerts. So we've got here like the buy box sharing. They're saying that they're not sure if Amazon's sharing the buy box at the moment. So obviously good information to be just aware of there. We've got also, it's a warning, it's oversized, it's got a big S. It's telling us the BSR, 3,000, and you can notice that's gone green, and I like that. It's just that visual kind of like red and green to say, hey, warning, or like this is good. It just allows a very quick visual indication of the tool and how it works. Now it gives you a sales estimation and also max cost, and I really like that max cost because before I even put in like any like what's my buy price, it already knows the sale price, and it's just telling me for my buying criteria, I need to be buying this product at a maximum price of $102 in order to be making my minimum ROI for selling at $159.99. Now that's really useful because I don't even have to put the figure in. I can just go, perhaps maybe I can find this product today for 110. Well, that's more than 102. It won't meet my criteria, so move on. Just helps speed up the process. And again, in this game, time is money. Now you can go down, you can see if I do put in a figure, let's say, for example, we're going to put 100 in, it's going to work out the profit, the ROI, and again, it will go green. And if I change this to like, say, 109, that's now going to start going red based on my criteria. So very interesting there. You've got all the alerts, so like, again, Amazon sharing the buy box, no known issues, the IP checking, very, very important. Private label, is it a meltable item? We've even got all the stock checks, which I really like. For me, I find that super important. And the one thing I do really like is when it says there is maybe a limitation or someone's restricting the amount of units, it's going to highlight that. It will just show you a little plus symbol. But then also as well, as you scroll down, like let's say for example, I highlight here, what it's doing is you can see that it says cumulative 34. So what it's doing is actually adding up all that stock. So as we go through, it's just adding up the stock. So I can quickly go, well, it's selling maybe 30 units a month, up to seller number 6 is cumulative 34. So it was going to take a month for those first 6 sellers to sell out. So that's really useful. And it also shows me the profit and ROI if I were to sell at these prices. And just again, very, very helpful. I can see the seller count or the seller type here, hover over, get the name, who they are, and just maybe switch it off to just, say, for example, Prime only offers if I'm only interested in that. Now we have like the Google Sheets export, and then also kind of like ranks, information about that, which can be quite useful for you to know. And then they've got like the mini keeper-like charts here that you can kind of flick through, just get a feel. Very, very easy to just kind of see. And if you want to see, you can flick it out to a bigger chart and get a more detailed analysis of it. So they have these, and that's a great addition to SAS that they put in. So they've got these keeper-like charts, and what you can do is also you click on them and it's going to load up into a big full screen. You can see those charts in a lot more detail. Now, again, it's got like the profit calculator down here, and a couple of things that I might look at are even things like my break-even price, just going to get a feel for that. And if I'm interested in margin, or maybe I want to change the number of storage in months, I could do that. That's going to be helpful. I can even add like notes to it and even save those notes to the product or tag the product, and I can see discounts of what's going on. And interesting enough, I can actually even store the URL of the product, and it's going to store that against that ASIN. So I can see all the last times that I've come back and looked at that product, where maybe if I found it in multiple different suppliers, it's going to store that in the tool, which is super, super helpful. Now here we've also got shortcut links to different parts of Seller Central, which are going to help you. And you can also search again using the web app. There is a lot to do in this actual extension. And for me, I haven't even got everything turned on, but I've just highlighted some of the fields that I use. Why? Because I find that's the easiest way. I don't want too much information. Again, I just want to keep it simple. And you've even got here up the product, you've got along the top, you've got so many different options that you can kind of go through up here, like little calculators, jump to the profit calculator, and even like dimensions, It talks about the listings and Amazon product page, and even search the product title on Google, which is going to help you maybe if you're doing something like reverse sourcing, which I really love. Okay, so this is the walkthrough of SAS, the panels and the way it works. Now, before we jump into the live sourcing of using SAS and the way that works, the one thing that I really share for you is maybe using tools like SAS are absolutely amazing. They're going to help you analyze your deals, but interesting enough, still finding deals is a very time-consuming process. And if you are looking to find deals, leads for your Amazon arbitrage business, maybe the UK or even the USA, look no further than FastTrackFBA leads. This is a service I created whereby we have VAs sourcing 7 days a week, both in the UK and USA. And do you know what they do? We show you every single deal that we find. You get to pick and choose the deals that you like. Then you go to the supplier page, buy the products, and then ship them to Amazon and obviously make the profits. Do you know what's even better? It's the fact that we actually integrate with SAS so that when you click on any one of our deals, we'll automatically pre-fill all the information about that deal, buy price, sell price, and you'll see that in your SAS Selleramp in Toolkit. And the best thing about it all is that we will actually pre-fill all the information from the deals when you click on the link into the SAS Chrome extension. That just allows you to do the analysis so much quicker. Trust me, I think SAS is a great tool. Using it with something like FastTrackFBA leads is really going to up your game, save you time, and help you grow your profitability. If you want to know more, do check out FastTrackFBA leads. I'll drop a link down below. Okay, so here we are on a product now, and what I'm going to do now is just show you one way that I really like sourcing is called reverse sourcing. Now, quite simply, this is like an example product. It's a Playmobil fairy toadstool, I think it is, or fairies. And the idea is that you find a product in Amazon, first of all, which meets your criteria. So what am I looking at? Well, quite simply, first things first, I'm again not logged in, but I'm just having trouble with my Seller Central. But you would find that there's green, you find that there's no alerts. And what you're going to do is see that maybe for you, you're looking, there's no Amazon on the listing, and I can see here there is no Amazon on that listing, so I can see they're not here at the moment. But also as well, like the actual sales velocity of this product is pretty good. It's doing 109 per month. It meets my BSR criteria, and you know what? There is competition, but they're not holding huge volumes. So what I'm looking at there is from an ASIN perspective, an Amazon perspective, I can sell it. It's not hazmat. There's no Amazon on the listing. There is competition, but they're not holding high stocks. And you know what? It's a decent size, physical size product for FBA. So once I've kind of found that product, and maybe I like these products, maybe I found like another Playmobil product that I really like, I want to try and find some other ones, is what I really love about this is once you come in, you can see the buy box price here, and you can see the max cost, $18.52. So what I can do is just literally jump over to here, click search product title on Google. What it's going to do is going to do that product title search. So right now what I can see straight away, we've got like a fairy toadstool, 38, no, 37, no, 21, close. Perhaps maybe 21 with, if I could maybe do a little bit extra, maybe add like a voucher code onto the Playmobil, that could be an option. Let's kind of have a little look through here. And I see, well, Amazon.com, they've got another option, but it's not the same product. What else have we got here? Anything else I can see just on the Google Shopping? Again, Amazon, no, that's not it. So different products here. So it has searched for the thing, but it's not finding slightly different products. What we can do then is go through. So this Playmobil USA, I think, is the closest one. Even though while it's not the right price yet, it could be close enough that we could find some kind of maybe voucher code to go with it. It's going to help us out. Let's have a Walmart. I can see it's already out of stock at $24.99. But we'll just open it up just to see if there's anything on there. And there are any other ones. Have a quick look through here. That's going to look way too high, $77.29. We'll have a quick look through. Any other ones I can search on here? Maybe the toy company, I'll just load up that one. So remember, we're looking $18.62 is the price ideally we want to be getting it for. So you can hear $21.99. Let's just have a quick look through. This is very expensive, $14.99, $49.67. And then finally, we've got here, that looks like a third-party seller. Again, too expensive. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm not going to go through that website just during this video. I could be here for quite some time. But what I might do is I might say now, go have a quick look for like a voucher code or something and see if I can get this payment bill price down. If I can, then that's going to be absolutely amazing. But I don't want to sit here forever and also do that sourcing with you because, hey, there are lots of videos that I've created which can do that. But by simply using the tool like Selleramp, you can really simply just find a product, a reverse sourcing method I really love, and it's going to really help you out just by using like the Google search feature, or maybe even trying to find other ASINs. Now, what I will say is SAS is super useful for sourcing, and if you want to know more about how I use SAS to analyze the profitability of a deal, what I am going to do is leave a video around here about how to use SAS to analyze a deal. And what I will say is that's a very, very in-depth analysis. Like I really go through it step by step, and I do it in the way which is the most optimal for deal analysis. So check that out. But what I will say is hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, give me a thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.